What is up, guys? This is Passport Graffiti, back again with another video. And today I am streaming what I normally wouldn't be, but there was some news that came out. So I wanted to get this out to you guys as quickly as possible. That way, you guys have the information. Now, before I get into it, please do me a favor, subscribe, and like this video as it does help me or help this channel on YouTube with the algorithm. This story that I'm going to read basically, or I'm going to just kind of skim over it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but essentially, there has been three foreigners that have died here in Medellin in 2024 already. I believe last year it was a total of 31. Now, two of these deaths sound more like mental health issues, so I'm not going to get into those ones. I'm only going to basically kind of go over this one that is pertaining to women, which is what a large majority of the men come here for. This story was sent to me by a friend on Instagram. This friend of mine does spend a good amount of time here in Medellin, but is currently in Cali, Colombia. Now, if you guys do want to follow me, feel free. I do mostly post about my life here in Medellin. Most of it is through stories. I do post some pictures as well, but you can find me on Instagram at Passport Graffiti, same way as the channel is spelled, but with two eyes instead of one. Now, let's get into this. This has been translated. Like I said, I'm not going to read all of it. I've read this on a couple of different articles or posts, and for the most part, kind of have an idea of what the story is about. Uh, let's jump into it. So, um, this here is starting off by saying the fact was registered inside a hotel located in this area of Laureles. Um, when the recipient of the establishment alerted the authorities about the findings. Now, um, I'm guessing they're talking about the guy or the incident. Essentially, what they mean by the fact, like the issue was registered, I guess, at this time or in this place. Now, the victim was identified as Anthony Lopez of American nationality, who entered the site at 5 in the morning. At 1 in the afternoon, he was supposed to deliver the room, seeing that that he was not leaving. They went to check and found the tourist with no vital signs. According to the official information, the man showed no apparent signs of violence. Now, what it sounds like is that he was supposed to check out. He showed up super late in the morning. He came with a woman. That's what this picture is here that you're seeing from the security cameras. Him arriving with a woman at 5 a.m. Now, I do have to say this, that most good women here who have school or jobs or families, they're not more than likely going to stay out till 5 a.m. in the morning because they got shit to do the next day. I mean, granted, if they're off, there may be some exceptions to this. Sure, that's possible. But for the most part, most of the girls are not trying to stay out till 5 in the morning here. So that kind of already is a red flag to me. But anyways, and also too, is saying he didn't have any signs of violence or defense, basically, defense wounds. Essentially, he more than likely got scoped, and if you're unconscious, you're not going to be able to fight back or have any defense wounds. So yeah, that's just essentially why. So um, it was it was preliminarily known the that the foreigner entered the place accompanied by a woman who had left hours later. Forensic verdict is expected to confirm the cause of death. It is important to remember that the last hours of the mayor of Medellin supported the alert of the United States Embassy. This is basically just saying that the the United States issued warnings, basically urging its citizens, um, one, to be careful or not come to Colombia, but two, if you did, to not use dating apps because this is basically where most of the guys are getting set up, robbed, and killed from. So, so to go over these pictures a little bit, this looks like, you know, whoever this girl showed up with, this is them taking his luggage or, robbing the guy. And a lot of times they work in teams. It's not just, the girl by herself. They're usually the ones who are the bait, who lure you in and get you unconscious. And then it's the guys who either come in and kidnap you and take you somewhere, or they're the ones that rob you. Now, a lot of times, as I mentioned in other videos, that a lot of times these girls don't mean to kill the guys that they're drugging. The thing is, or the problem is that they don't know how much to give you based on your size, your body weight, your height, and all this. They just pour a amount in there and wait for it to do the job, which is to get you unconscious. And then from there, they can care less, what happens to you after that. So this is why most of the guys are end up dying, because they're dying from a lethal dose of it versus they don't want to put too little and it not work. So it's better to err on the side of caution and just put too much than to put too little. So this is also too why it's always a big thing to watch your drinks. Now, from what I've been hearing, it's not only drinks. This can be put on the body. In another video, I said how a local girl I know here told me a story about a friend who's a local guy who got drugged. So this isn't just happening to foreigners, it's happening to locals as well. He went to hook up with a girl and passed out, and the last thing he remembers was licking nipples, and that was it. So somehow this is put on a body as well. It's very scary shit when you think about it. And, there's many other countries or countries in Latin America to go to besides Colombia if you primarily are just going for women that are a lot more safer. But, if you are fixed on coming to Medellin, you do have to be a lot more cautious. Uh, After hearing that story, literally, even I'm not dealing with professional girls as far as S workers, but uh, before I hook up with any girl, I basically make them take a shower now. I just play it as, oh, I like to be clean. If it kills the mood, it kills the mood. But as I think, if you are with the right woman, it doesn't matter if you ask her to take a shower or whatever. She's just going to do it because she's into you. So, anyways, this basically, um, this part of the article is just saying that the mayor was kind of agreeing with the United States for warning its constituents basically to not come or to not get on dating apps when it comes here to, well, when you come here to Colombia or to Medellin. Um, and oh, really quickly, I think that the mayor of Medellin, so this previous Friday, from whenever this video is being filmed and published, basically went with a strong police force and media force through Parque Yetis, which is the area where all the S workers are, and which is where a lot of establishments are where you can go to find the S workers. Now, I don't endorse this, so I'm not going to say any names of the establishments there where they are. But if you've been here before, you know what they are. If you haven't been, you can research it on your own. But the mayor basically went through and said that they are trying to crack down on the exploitation of minors, as they should, and that they are trying to clean that area up. Apparently, I mean, I haven't been living here this long to see it, but in the past, Parque Yetis used to be a very clean place that you can go with families and it kind of just turned into what it is now with all the S workers that are there. So I don't want to make this video too long, so let me kind of wrap this up. And um, basically, it's saying this is why the mayor of Medellin uh, he's welcoming the tourists who are coming here for business opportunities, for the culture, the food, and stuff like that, but not so much for sex tourism and drugs. Basically, all the negative stuff that it's can be known for. At the weekend, the case of the foreigner, 37 year old, was also known. Oh, this is the part that gets into the mental health parts of it. Uh, so, like I said, that part I'm not going to get into. Mainly, I just want to cover this. These are the pictures again of that were caught by security cameras of the guy who ended up basically dying. So, I lastly want to leave this off with if you come here and you are looking for good girls, my best advice to you is to date slow. Basically, go on at least 3 dates or more with these girls before you think about trying to get them back to your place to have sex, to hook up. Um, Definitely make sure you meet girls that are not from areas like Beja or, bad barrios or comunas. Not saying you can't find good girls from those areas, but the poorer the area are, the more desperate, and in my mind, at least, the more likely they are to try something versus if you met a girl who goes to university or has a great job and lives in Envigado or Sabaneta or something like this. So that's it for this video. You guys be safe. And like I said, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's Passport Graffiti with 2 eyes. And that's pretty much it. And until then, or until the next one, peace.